Hey there. I wanted to come on and give you a little TMI about my freshly milled flour journey that I am still currently on, but more about the journey when I first started because I joined a whole bunch of groups for it. I started asking questions, started looking in these groups for information, diving into all the podcasts and the books and the research and all the things on freshly milled flour because I was gluten free for 5 years, and I was gluten free for 5 years, eating bioenergetically to heal my thyroid naturally, which I achieved. So I was starting when I've heard this from other people who go gluten free for a little while. They start to have adverse food effects. So things and foods that didn't bother them before start bothering them all of a sudden. And I don't ask me the science behind it, but I've heard it from multiple people. I was gluten free for 5 years, a year, 2 years, 3 years, and then all of a sudden foods that I used to eat no longer agreed with me. It was starting to happen to me. And when freshly milled flour wants to enter your life, freshly milled flour will enter your life. Okay, I was not looking for it. It just was like knocking on the door, and it was like, "Hi, I'm here. Open the door. Let me in." So I started learning about freshly milled flour and understanding all the vitamins and nutrients and all the things inside of it that can help, like, basically rebuild your microbiome. Okay, and I'm big into microbiome building. Um, Obviously, we can try to sustain our microbiome, but life happens, right? So I was like, let me try this freshly milled flour thing, and I did, and I OD'd on it because it's delicious, and you haven't had actual wheat in 5 years, and you're like, I want more, I want more. Let me make more bread. Let me make cookies. Let me make muffins and pasta and all the things. So I was ODing. I don't recommend that when you're going on your freshly milled flour journey. I had to cut it back. I had to pull it way back, and I almost had to use the freshly milled flour. I'm saying, when I say freshly milled flour, I'm saying bread. So I make yeast bread. I also make sourdough. I cannot have fermented foods. They do not agree with me. So I cannot have freshly milled flour sourdough. I can taste test it, but that's about it. And so I use a yeast bread. So when I say freshly milled flour, I'm talking about this freshly milled flour, only 100%, no store-bought flour in it. I cannot eat store-bought flour. When I do, I exhibit some extreme joint pain. Okay? Not stomach upset, not digestive issues, extreme joint pain. It's not fun. So I cannot eat store-bought flour. Organic, non-organic, doesn't matter. Can't eat it. So I'm like, well, let me dive into freshly milled flour and like let me OD on it. That sounds like a great idea. So I did. And I just wanted to go into like this TMI part because not many people are talking about this unless you're asking. Okay. First thing that started to happen to me within a week or two of eating a slice, it was about 2 slices a day I was eating for breakfast of freshly milled flour bread. And I started noticing I was getting, and I'm not a pimply person, but I started getting breakouts all on my nose, on the sides of my nose, up in my nose, along the sides of my mouth here, chin, and along the tops of my shoulders, and like the upper part of my back or neck. And I was like, this is weird. And I took a real good close look to myself in the mirror, and I was like, I feel like you're detoxing. You're detoxing. Like your body is pushing what it doesn't want out of it. That's all I said to myself. Okay. I started exhibiting headaches. Not every day, a couple times a week, a few times a week. I was exhibiting headaches for random reasons. Like couldn't figure out what it was. I'm a pretty healthy eater, and the only fluid I drink is water. So I was like, it's not dehydration. It's not a stressful day. It's not hormones. What are all these headaches coming from, right? And then the TMI part comes. I was going to the bathroom 4 or 5 times a day. Number 2. And not in a good way. Okay? It was like a literal colon cleanse for 4 straight weeks. And on week 4, I went into one of my groups that I'm in, and I'm like, hey, guys, anybody else experience any of this? Because I'm about to give up. Because my colon can no longer take going to the bathroom this many times a day. And everyone said, you're detoxing, rebuilding your gut, you're cleaning your system out, right? Hang in there. hang in there. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to hang in there. I'm going to do this. As sucky as this is, I'm doing it, right? They're like, you're going to come out the other end. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be magical. Okay. So I scale it back a little bit. I scale it back to 1 slice a day because I almost feel like I need to microdose, like a bite per day. I'm like, you know what? Let's go to 1 slice. And I start to see, and I also, at this point, I'm 4 weeks in, I decided to incorporate a probiotic for at least 30 days. So I'm taking a probiotic daily for 30 days. I need to because I've flushed so much out that I wanted to put all this stuff back into my system, okay? I did not get any other side effects. I didn't get joint pain. I didn't get stomach problems or stomach cramps or pain or anything like that. The bread is delicious, by the way. Absolutely love making it. And the fact that it's included, like it has the germ, and the endosperm inside all the flour pieces. I mean, it's just so nutritious for you. I was like, I'm done. This is like magic bread. Okay. So on week 5, we're on week 5. I'm on week 6 right now. Week 5, started incorporating the probiotic, scaled it back a little bit. I'm only doing 1 slice of toast per day. I start to notice things. Pimples disappear. Gone from my shoulders. No more headaches. And I'm going to the bathroom very normally, regularly. Once a day at least, sometimes twice. But no more 4 to 5. And it's a decent poop. So the reason for this video is I want to tell you that if you're on this freshly milled flour journey and you're like, what is happening to my body? Keep up the good work. Add in probiotics if you have to, if you're expelling too many toxins from your body and basically flushing yourself out. This is like a serious restart. And your body will feel like literal crap while you're eating this bread at first. Now but not everyone experiences this, because I have heard different stories where immediately people start eating this bread, and when they had problems going to the bathroom before, now they are going to the bathroom. So it's had like wonderful effects right away, right off the bat for certain people. But I've heard people lower their cholesterol just by eating bread, lower their A1C just by eating bread, lower their blood pressure just by eating bread, freshly milled flour bread, 100%, nothing else in it. And so I was like, I'm in. But I wanted to share my journey here because I could not find another person talking about the negative effects of freshly milled flour and what it was doing to your body, and how you really do have to hang in there. Like, hang in there, give yourself a lot of nutrients back. If you're expelling a lot, it's pushing everything out of you. Another trick that I did too, not everybody's into herbs, but I'm a very herbalist. I also made myself homemade marshmallows with marshmallow root extracted water. So I would soak marshmallow root, which is a very slimy, slippery water once marshmallow root soaks into it. So it helps to coat your intestines, coat your stomach, coat your colon. And so I made those into little mini marshmallow squares, which also has gelatin in it, which again helps the colon, helps the small intestine, helps the stomach, it helps soothe everything. So because I had so much fire in my body from the expelling of these toxins in my body, the rebuilding of the microbiome, I was needing to put some coolness back into my body. So I was eating those marshmallows 3 times a day. They're about this big. And I was also probiotics. And I scaled back. So if you're having these issues, scale back. It's hard, I know. We OD in the beginning because it's so darn good. Hope this video helps you. And keep going. This freshly milled flour is magic. It's magic bread.